Number 10, call attention to the person's mistakes indirectly. Again, not all of these are meant to be used all of the time. Sometimes just be direct. However, there are times to call direction to the person's mistakes indirectly. My brother-in-law, he's a real estate agent in Rehavia, and he loves to learn Torah, but he's working, which is great. And he learns like a little bit a day. Anyways, he went to a shir one morning, and he was just learning all the halachot, all the laws of giving rebuke, which is amazing because the Torah speaks about how to act. There are laws about giving rebuke. If you know the person's not going to be mekabelet, be able to receive it, you can't give it, right? You shouldn't give it. And there are many laws regarding it, giving rebuke softly. And so he was in shul later that day, and he saw this group of guys who were supposed to be there learning all day, and they were just like schmoozing, like, shooting the breeze. And he was like, you guys are sitting, like in his mind, he's like a very harif, like strong guy. In his mind, he's like, you guys get to like learn all day, right? And like you're sitting here just like talking and doing nothing. You know what I wish I could do? And he's like this genuine sweetheart. In his mind, he's like, wait, you just heard this shir about giving musar. Don't go over and blast them. So he went up to these guys and he said, can I ask you a question? And they said, yes, in Hebrew. He said, do you have to wash your hands after pickles? I didn't know this until he told me the story, but it's not before eating pickles. Apparently there's like don't do this, but apparently there's a dispute. Do you have to wash your hands before eating pickles? We do not have to. Maybe some people hold by it, I don't know. But anyways, it's a big machlokas. So he went up to these guys and said, do you know if you have to wash your hands before eating pickles? And one of the guys is like, of course you do. The other guy's like, of course you don't. And they're sitting there battling this whole thing out, and it became a whole fight. 5 minutes later, he left. Half hour later, these guys are like pulling out like Gemaras and all these farms saying, look over here, you do it, look over here. I thought it was like a beautiful example of, point at a person's mistakes indirectly, right? We said, so how do I look in this dress? You look fat. Instead of saying you look fat, be like, how is that red dress? Or how do you think it looks over here? How do you think it sits on your waist, right? So when you call it, if your boyfriend just wrote this like beautiful, boring essay, and he said, this is what I want to speak at my valedictorian speech, right? This is like, and he's reading it to you, and in your mind you're like, you will make a fool out of yourself. So don't say that, right? We have what's called a brita, which is a filter, right? The brita filter what you're going to say, and you can just say, that's so interesting. I think that would be great for like a Discovery magazine or something, instead of just being, again, we're not trying to be indirect. We're not trying to be like sketchy. We're trying to be human beings. We are trying to rise above. I'm just human, so let me tell you what I think, which is a very American attitude. Let me just tell you whatever I think. Well, why don't you tell me what you think with a little bit of tact? So when you call attention to the person's mistakes indirectly, who can give me another example? Okay, we'll move on. If anything comes to mind, let me know. We'll finish with this last thing. We have 1 more minute.